Alright, next we're going to talk about the reproductive system. And the reproductive system has as its function completely to produce a new life. Even though the anatomic parts differ in males and females, both systems have the same type of organs. They both consist of gonads or sex glands and accessory organs. We just differ in the type of accessory organs that are present. Excuse me. First we'll talk about the male reproductive system. It consists of the testes, epididymis, vas deferens, seminal vesicles, ejaculatory ducts, urethra, prostate gland, Cowper's glands, and penis. First, the testes. They're the two male gonads or sex glands. They're located in the scrotum, which is a sac suspended between the thighs outside the body. The testes produce the male sex cell called sperm or spermatozoa in the seminiferous tubules located inside each testis. The scrotum is outside the body, so therefore the temperature is lower, which is an ideal situation for the production of sperm. The testes also produce male hormones, and the main hormone is testosterone. This aids in the maturation of sperm and is also responsible for the secondary sex male characteristics like body hair, facial hair, larger muscles, and a deeper voice. The epididymis is a tightly coiled tube that's about 20 feet long, and it's located above the testes in the scrotum, which remember is that sac outside the body, and the epididymis receives sperm from the testes, and it stores the sperm while they mature and become motile, which means able to move. The epididymis also produces a fluid that becomes part of the semen, which is the fluid released during intercourse. The epididymis connects with the next tube called the vas deferens. And there's, on the second page of your notes, there's second and third page, I believe. Nope, just the second page on Transparency Master 78. There's pictures of what I'm talking about, or a diagram. So it connects with the next tube called the vas deferens, also called the ductus deferens, and the vas deferens receives sperm and fluid from the epididymis, and on each side of vas deferens joins with the epididymis, extends up into the abdominal cavity, curves behind the urinary bladder, and joins with the seminal vesicle. The vas deferens acts as a passageway and as a temporary storage area for sperm. If a male is trying to prevent the ability to reproduce, let's say he and his wife have decided they have enough children and he's going to have a vasectomy, that's what's cut. The vas deferens tubes are cut during a vasectomy to produce sterility in the male. Next are the seminal vesicles. There are two small pouch-like tubes that are located behind the bladder by the junction of the vas deferens and the ejaculatory ducts. The seminal vesicles contain a glandular lining that produces a thick yellow fluid. That yellow fluid is rich in sugar and other substances and provide nourishment for the sperm. The fluid makes up a large part of the semen. So most of the semen comes from that thick yellow fluid that's in the seminal vesicles. Now the ejaculatory ducts are two short tubes formed by the union of the vas deferens and the seminal vesicles, and they carry sperm and fluids, now known as semen, through the prostate gland and into the urethra. The prostate gland is a donut-shaped gland under the urinary bladder on either side of the urethra, and it produces an alkaline secretion that increases the motility or the movability of the sperm. That alkaline secretion also neutralizes the acidity in the woman's vagina, and the alkaline secretion provides a more favorable environment for the sperm. Now, muscular tissue in the prostate contracts during ejaculation. Ejaculation is the expulsion of semen from the body, and that muscular tissue contracting during ejaculation aids in the expulsion of semen into the urethra. When the prostate contracts, it also closes off the urethra and prevents the passage of any urine through the urethra. Cowper's glands are also called bulbourethral, and they are two small glands located below the prostate. They're connected by small tubes to the urethra, and those Cowper glands produce mucus that serves as a lubricant during intercourse. The Cowper's glands also secrete an alkaline fluid that decreases the acidity of any urine that might have been left in the urethra and provides a more favorable environment for the sperm. The sperm needs the alkaline. Next is the urethra, which is a tube that extends from the urinary bladder through the penis to the outside of the body. And remember, it carries both urine from the urinary bladder and semen from the reproductive tubes. The penis is the external male reproductive organ in front of the scrotum. It's made of spongy erectile tissue, and during sexual arousal, the spaces in this tissue become filled with blood, causing an erection of the penis. On the distal end of the penis is an enlarged structure called the glans penis. It's covered with a prepuce or a foreskin. If somebody has been circumcised, then they have surgically removed that prepuce or prepuce, that foreskin, so it doesn't cover the distal end of the penis. The function of the penis is the male organ during intercourse. It deposits semen in the vagina of the woman, and it provides for the elimination of urine from the bladder through the urethra. Okay, we're going to skip the diseases right now. We'll come back to diseases, and we'll talk about the female reproductive system. That will be in the next lesson.